Hey there, Well Watcher. My name is Wifey Well, and today we're back playing the 33rd and final Nancy Drew game. Now, again, I know I've said it several times if you've watched the series. They used to put out several of these a year. This one came over 4 years after number 32. They changed the voice actress. I've heard that this one is terrible and very short. And this one came out in 2019, and it may have been the final nail in the coffin of the series. Yeah, I don't know why they changed the voice actress. They've used the same one since, the beginning in 1998. My favorite one came out in 2002. I don't know. Okay, but that's enough talking. I will say this is a huge graphical improvement. I like this. Okay, we still get to pick which difficulty we want.
Dear Ned, Austria has been wonderful so far. Dad called. He wants me to get an old relic while I'm here. The Book of Apologies.
That voice isn't even close.
Which dates back to the 17th century witch trials in Salem. I'll be going to Mosam Castle to retrieve it before I head back to the States. It's said to be haunted, so I'm expecting some good scares and mysteries. Ever yours, Nancy.
They didn't even try to get a voice actress that sounds similar. They could redeem themselves.
Feels like ages since
but
I
let's
was on
see.
my last adventure. So, are you coming in?
That's all right, Miss Drew. I prefer to stay out here.
Why? It's so warm and inviting in here.
Yes, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. All of Judge Sewell's effects are there, just as your father requested. Although, I will tell you, as I told him, the desk is locked, and I don't have the key. But I will gladly stay and answer any questions you have. From the other side of this door.
Oh, wow, she's really scared.
I recommend opening the window for some light. There's no electricity here. Well, in that room at least.
At least it's full screen. This is the first true 100% full screen. Oh. Oh. That's very... Click on objects. Oh yeah, I have the tutorial turned on.
Much better. What a wonderful view.
Hold right mouse button to look around. Oh, that's actually really cool. Click on the screen edges to turn. So yeah, like you can tell this one, like this is fun actually, like looking up and down.
You said Judge Sewell was a pious man.
Yes.
I keep thinking someone else is talking because I'm not used to that being me.
Of course, the Bible was also used to justify executing people.
Depends on who's reading it. It's often misinterpreted. Give ear to my prayer, O God, and hide not yourself from my plea for mercy. Sounds like a man full of regret.
Well, she read it for... Oh, this is like, makes me think of Resident Evil, you know? Okay, so that's a clue, I guess. This is my phone checklist. Find the Book of Apologies. No worries, I love me a good castle. Let me know when you've met Dr. Hurst. Then here's my boyfriend. They're still using the same picture of him. Hey Nance, how's it going? Hey Ned, everything's great. Austria has some wonderful views. People are so nice. How are you? I'm good. Still on vacation. Gonna go hang with a few friends tonight. Miss you too, Nance. I'll have to catch up more later. The bus is here. Okay. Talk to you soon. No, I love you. So in number 32, I will say Sea of Darkness. That was one of their better ones. I really enjoyed it. So it's a damn shame that wasn't the last one.
You know, that room used to be a prison cell. Mosam Castle was the site of the most famous and violent witch trials in Austrian history. The Salzburg witch trials predate the Salem witch trials by 17 years, actually. after the incidents in Salem, Judge Sewell willed his personal effects to be preserved by whichever museum would have them. And since we are the premier historical reference on witch trials, it ended up here.
So, you've seen his Book of Apologies.
The book written by Judge Sewell? Oh, no. I've never actually been in that room.
You mind if I ask why? Is there something scarier in here than creaky floors?
Well, let's just say that ghosts exist in this castle. And if they do exist, they definitely haunt that room.
Ghost? Can't say I've ever seen one. But they are non-corporeal by definition.
It's the voice actress.
There really isn't much here.
Yes, Judge Sewell was a Puritan. They believed they should only have purposeful or utilitarian possessions, very little value outside their stated use.
Ew. I'm guessing that's her. Interact? Interact with what? Is that a, like, graphical thing?
Is this Judge Sewell's desk?
Ah, yes. That desk is where he spent most of his time working when he wasn't in court. Custom made. If the Book of Apologies does exist, he would have written it at that desk.
And what's inside this alleged book?
Your father didn't tell you? It was a ledger containing all the names of the accused witches from the Salem witch trials. Judge Sewell had doubts about his convictions, and he wrote the book as a means to make amends.
Allegedly.
Yes.
I don't know, but so did we already find a graphical error that's not good?
I found a letter. It's addressed to Abigail Hathorne Woodley.
What does it say?
I do regret to write to you in this state. I have been racked with guilt as my fervency of spirit is too great to determine a conviction just. He asks for her forgiveness and for God's.
Now, why don't they pull it up as Nancy's saying what's on it? You know? 2 of her daughters perished, my wife's mother as well. Latest child did not draw breath when born, must repent. So he thinks that all his kids are dying because of what he has done, judging the witches.
What does this mean?
I just said what it meant, Nancy.
Locked.
That's horrible. That right there is the biggest sin. Nancy, you have to go, it's locked. It's locked. Alright.
An old chest. But it won't open. But that's not really important right now.
Might
Some
be.
of this stuff looks very old. But it doesn't look like it's very useful.
I actually feel like I'm doing a more thorough investigation, though. You know, rather than just doing this until one little thing lights up.
Some of this stuff looks very old. But Malleus Maleficarum. Wow. The Hammer of Witches itself. Gives me chills knowing what it did.
Yes, indeed. A how-to guide for hammering out witchcraft. It was written in 1487 by a man whose name I won't even bother to mention because he used bunk science to send hundreds, if not thousands, of people to their deaths.
He who must not be named, Lord Voldemort, wrote this book. I do like this too, because Nancy Drew games are known for having horrible text to try and read. We'll read it this way. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Second head, question 4. The judge should act as follows in the continuation of the torture. First, he should bear in mind that just as the same medicine is not applicable to all the members, there are various and distinct salves for each several member. So not all heretics or those accused of heresy are to be subjected to the same method of questioning, examination, and torture as to the charges laid against them. Various and different means are to be employed according to their various natures and persons. Now, a surgeon cuts off rotten limbs, and mangy sheep are isolated from the healthy, but a prudent judge will not consider it safe to bind himself down to one invariable rule in his method of dealing with a prisoner who is endowed with a witch's power of taciturnity, and whose silence he is unable to overcome. For if the sons of darkness were to become accustomed to one general rule, they would provide means of evading it as well-known snare set for their destruction. For some reason I tried to say destination.
There really isn't much here.
You sure? Because y'all are saying a lot of stuff about everything in here.
Some of this stuff looks very old. But it doesn't look like it's very useful.
So, is that it? Oops.
Dr. Hurst?
Miss Creepy Shadow
yes,
Lady.
I'm here.
I would like to speak to you.
What else can you tell me about the Book of Apologies?
As I mentioned, it's the book written by Judge Samuel Sewell himself, detailing the names of people accused of witchcraft. Sewell was one of the very few judges who regretted his actions. The book became his way of finding redemption. Sewell himself was originally from England, but acted as a judge in the Salem witch trials. Do you perhaps know why Carson would need such a book? Just out of curiosity, of course, it's just such a very unusual request.
He's looking into it as a favor for the current judge in Salem.
Oh.
I feel like the music is slightly too loud for the voices, but there's only one volume, which I thought was in like one volume control, because even the old Nancy Drew games, you could control the sound effects, the music, and the voice separately.
Austria is wonderful.
I do enjoy it here myself. I'm not from Austria. I was brought here by my work. The food is quite an experience.
The pancake soup was great.
Yes, the Frittatensuppe. The locals consider it traditional.
How long have you known my dad?
Oh, Carson and I are not that close. He reached out to me because I'm the historian keeping track of all the relics here. And, as he guessed, we should have the Book of Apologies somewhere.
Lucky I was already here on vacation. I was quite surprised when he called and asked me to come. Though I have to admit, visiting a castle is something I've never been able to turn down.
Do you do these kinds of things a lot?
From time to time.
Miss New Voice, you've never
I'll
done
get
it.
back to it.
Take all the time you need.
Now, if they had died, if the original voice actress had died, that's one thing, you know. But they literally just decided they wanted to hire someone
Hard to tell
locally.
how far up we are.
And so that's it. Like, why?
Dr.
Yes,
How do I leave?
I'll get
take,
What am I needing to do? Oops,
Yes.
oops.
I'll get
take,
Well, what am I doing? Search Joel's desk, find the Book of Apologies. It was locked. I mean, I touched this. Do I need to touch it again? No?
locked. Locked.
Tis a confusion.
Hard to tell how far up.
Break it down now.
Some of.
Are you sure we can't get in that trunk, Miss New Nancy Drew? Instead of Nancy Drew, we're gonna call her Nancy New. What the hell?
An old chest.
Bust it open, Nance.
It won't open.
What about this chain? We're not concerned about the chain. I literally don't know what to do. That's sad. We're in the first room.
They're really...
And I'm like, well, maybe it'll just let me leave without talking to her. No.
Yeah. I'll take...
Lock.
Wait. No? Maybe... That was actually hard. Click right mouse button on an inventory item to inspect it. Oh. I do like this. It's more like, I mean, I know I just said it, but it's like Resident Evil.
What a clever desk. It even comes with a labyrinth.
Oh, this is a maze, right? Are you kidding?
Easy. I found it. It's here.
What? Really? Amazing!
It's locked behind some sort of cage, though. The lock says A-W. Any ideas?
A-W? No.
It's a root beer.
In the shop that might be able to cut it free. In my shop. I'll go. Meet me there.
Where is that? Hey, wait for me. The Book of Apologies. It's locked.
It's locked.
The Book of It's locked.
So what, I just leave? Oh.
Nancy! This way!
Where is that? Dr. Hurst?
It's a horrible noise.
Nancy Drew. It's Deirdre Shannon.
Deirdre?
Deirdre's the same voice actress.
Listen, I know we haven't exactly been besties in the past, but I'm in the middle of something big, and
Deirdre, I have to call you back.
Wait, don't hang up on me!
Wow,
Elizabeth?
Nancy, you sure
Elizabeth?
are rude.
Hey, what are you doing? What? The book! They took the book!
What's up with the music? Am I supposed to chase after them?
Stop! Stop running!
I guess I'm going the right way.
Gotta move slowly. Come on. No!
I love the ninja smoke.
Gotta figure out which way they went. Must be a clue here.
The root beer key.
A-W.
Vienna International Airport. I got an
A
achievement.
ticket to Boston. This canister looks to have been used as a homemade smoke bomb.
What?
Yes, Deirdre. What is it?
You know where I am right now? Salem.
Salem? As in witch trial Salem?
No, as in Salem,
Come on,
Oregon.
Drew. My cousin has... Oh, she's gotten into some trouble here, and I thought I could help her out. But it turns out this situation is much more complicated than I anticipated. So now, I'm calling you to ask for some... guidance.
You want my help?
Oh, yes, don't make this more painful. I could use your professional opinion, okay?
Well, It so happens that the case I'm on is connected to Boston, which is just nearby Salem. And I was never a big believer in coincidences.
Oh, are you sure?
I'd love to.
Seriously?
I thought I had reached a dead end, but it looks like I have to go to Massachusetts anyway. In any case, a fresh perspective would do me good.
Ugh, you're already annoying me, and you're not even here yet.
You're welcome. I think it might even be fun.
Oh, this is so the worst idea I've ever had. I'll pick you up from the airport.
So we're leaving Austria and going to Massachusetts. Yep.
I appreciate you coming here, Drew.
I'm just glad you didn't change your mind and leave me at the airport.
Might have crossed my mind. Keep the excessive cheeriness under control, and we'll be fine.
No promises.
Where were you, by the way?
Austria.
Did I interrupt a vacation with Ned?
Didn't you bring me here to help with a case?
Yes, I did. And that's it.
A fire? Was anyone hurt?
Happened in the middle of the night. No one was there, thankfully. The house wasn't completely destroyed, but the person who lived there had to move out. Just so we're clear, this is my case. I know you're a detective and everything, but this is personal. It's family. Well, extended, and from my father's side. But whatever, that's not the point. It's personal. You take my lead, okay?
Of course.
But
Well, I have done this a couple of times, Deirdre. And in my experience, we can cover twice as much ground if we work side by side.
you know, respect your experience and whatever, but family trumps experience. It's sensitive, and I don't want you messing it up by being too
what?
too you. You're a question machine. This requires gentle handling. Delicate.
And that's been your approach.
Well, like I say, I need help.
So, can I ask some questions?
Like anyone could stop you.
I will say, I was thinking the graphics looked better, but the person animations are not, I feel like aren't as good as they are in the past, but maybe that's just me.
Why don't we start with your extended family?
They're cousins. The Perrys. Parry.
Oh, like in fencing.
Yes. Tegan is the older one. May is younger. They had a difficult childhood, okay? And now May is suspected of committing arson on the most important historic mansion in Salem. And I know it's not true. I know it.
Side note, I'm recording this the morning after last night, like 5 minutes from my house. His husband tried to leave his wife, and his wife went crazy and burnt down their house. It is completely gone. So, luckily everyone's okay, but geez, makes me think of, I don't know, it's touching home a little bit. What can you tell me about
What
May?
can you tell me about May?
She has a reputation as a troublemaker. Seems like a loner to me. Maybe a bit odd at times. Sometimes she can even sense things before they happen.
Odd how?
I don't know. Troubled teen stuff, difficult time as a kid. Oddest thing is, she won't give an alibi.
That would be seen as suspicious.
That's the problem. Everyone is so suspicious of her. Prejudice, I guess. Because of... well, you'll see.
Sounds like we should talk to her soon.
Where do you think we're going?
You're just like, you idiot.
What does Tegan think about this?
She's worried about May, obviously. Tegan isn't like May. She's upstanding. She works at the Salem Museum and doesn't know a thing about criminal cases, which is why she contacted me.
One more question. What can you tell me about this historic mansion?
It's called the Hathorn House, and it's old, like really old. And now it's been set on fire.
Nothing else significant about it?
Well, yeah, a lot of things. But one that's kinda why you're here.
Which is why.
The Hathorn house is haunted.
You're just gonna say that and then leave.
What do you mean, haunted?
Exactly that. There's ghosts.
Deirdre.
I don't believe it either, Drew. But I can't explain it. Everyone seems to think they exist. With so many sightings, even if it isn't real ghosts, something is definitely going on. I thought that maybe you can disprove them. So, would you please get out of my car and come inside?
Wow, this is nice.
If we're going to work side by side, you'd better learn to keep up with me.
You must be Nancy. Thank you so much for coming.
I am imposter Nancy, but yes, I am here.
You know, you live in the same neighborhood for 20 years, and you'd expect your neighbors to be a little more understanding when your family is falsely accused of a horrific crime. Oh, I'm sorry. How are you, Deirdre?
I'm good, thanks.
Tegan Perry, welcome to my home. Well, our home, although right now my parents are literally on safari in Namibia, so while their daughter is being convicted
So
of a crime
everyone's
she
just
didn't
on
commit,
vacation at
I'm
the same
taking care of
time?
things around here. They'll be home soon, hopefully. A very expensive courier is tracking them down in the bush. Top notch, I found him on the internet. Deirdre tells me you'll be assisting her in clearing my sister's name.
Assisting? Yeah.
She's innocent. I don't know why she won't help herself. She's got a difficult reputation. Well, you know, Deirdre, what people here can be like. She doesn't trust easily, not since... I'm sorry, are you hungry? There's clam chowder, homemade. A little taste of New England. I made up the guest bedroom for you, Nancy. Deirdre, sorry, you're bunking with May. Make yourselves at home. Oh, I almost forgot. After you girls get comfortable, you two should swing by the museum. Might as well take in some history while you're here, right? Just don't get suckered into that witch's walking tour.
Oh, I'm
Olivia
getting
Ravencroft
suckered, alright.
is not a witch. She would have you believing all kinds of nonsense about the town being full of ghosts.
I thought you two used to be friends.
That was a long time ago. Look, I'm sorry, I gotta get going. Running late to an appointment.
Thanks, Tegan. I appreciate you letting us stay. Before you go, do you have time for a quick question?
Nancy, we just got here.
Sorry, I know you're in a rush. It would really help.
Of course. I have time for one question, if it'll help.
One question? This isn't even...
What can you tell me about where the fire happened?
What have you heard about it? Look, I appreciate you want help, but I don't want you dragging all that up and upsetting May. You told me she would be able to reach her. That's not
what Nancy is asking about.
I'm sorry if I wasn't clear. I just thought since the Hathorn house is important to the town, you must know about it. Through the museum.
Oh, I'm so sorry. The Hathorn house fire. Yes, John Hathorn was one of Salem's founders. His large house estate was the oldest surviving structure from 17th century Salem.
Oh, is that all?
That was 2 questions. I said 1. But yes, he was also the big-time judge that presided over the Salem witch trials.
Is there some other fire I need to know about?
No. May's accident was in a fire. I just don't want her getting upset with unnecessary questions about things long over.
I understand.
You can read all about Judge Hathorn when you come to the museum later. Gotta run.
You jerk. Tegan said you've been in town for days, but you haven't come by.
I know. I had to check in with your case at the, Look, I didn't want to bother you. How you holding up?
I've been accused of worse.
No, you haven't.
Hey, at least I got you to get off your butt and finally visit me.
Oh, this is the girl I was telling you about. Nancy Drew.
Nice to meet you. Oh. She really doesn't want to talk. This could be difficult. Any advice?
Do better? I'll be in the kitchen.
Do better? Why is everyone so rude and savage in this one?
The kitchen table has a great view out into the neighborhood.
Yeah, it does. This is a really cute little nook. Am I supposed to be looking for something? I want to like this game so bad.
Huh.
Look, Coco Kringle. Like, even that, like, they're still adding in little Easter eggy stuff. It's just, it's the voice actress. I feel like, the potential, it's gone.
Are you ready to leave yet? We don't have all day.
What were you actually doing before you picked me up from the airport?
What do you mean?
You gave May a non-answer when she asked why it took you so long to stop by here.
A non-answer? Yeah, because I went to the police station.
And?
And they're still going through the evidence. And when they found out I was May's cousin, they started laughing.
So they think she did it.
Everyone does. So, I went to check out the Hathorn house myself. But I never went inside.
The ghost?
What? No. There was some weirdo there who told me the ghost was going to steal my soul. It was totally creepy. And then I found out that everyone in this town believes in ghosts, so I didn't enter.
Well, whatever or whoever it is, there's an explanation behind it. Did the police give you anything? Anything at all?
They told me there's a Judge Danforth in town, and he's going over the particulars of the Hathorn House estate. I found his office, but he kinda never let me enter his office. Believe me, I tried.
I know him. Not well, but enough to get through his door and have a conversation.
Alright, are we going into town or what?
Sure.
Who could gain something by burning down a house? Insurance claim, maybe?
Possibly. Means, motive, and opportunity. We need to start interviewing. See if anyone checks off those 3 boxes.
And in your experience?
It's usually something much more personal. This tour sounds interesting.
Don't tell Tegan that's your plan.
It'll give us a good overview of the town.
You mean I want to meet the real witch of Salem?
Yeah, I do. She might know something. I wonder why Tegan doesn't like her.
You don't have to investigate everything, Drew. Olivia steals Tegan's visitors, sounds like. You really want to do the dumb tour?
You don't have to come with me.
Side by side. Gotta be honest, it does sound more fun than the museum.
Oh. Oh, this is weird.
The neighborhood looks peaceful from up here. A good night's rest improves memory retention, but it's too early for bed.
Says who? What is time but an imaginary social construct?
Oops, wrong door. The guest room is at the end of the hall.
Oh, Nancy, you know you want to bust in.
I probably shouldn't be in May's room without an invitation.
There's a Grim Reaper on the door, but... So I can't go down the hallway? Doesn't look like it, no. Look, they even made the time to make the leaves move. I still see potential, but...
This cozy fireplace hasn't been used in a while.
Look, these are pictures of real people again. They're still doing that, too. But at least they're not copying and pasting real faces onto
Deirdre's
digital
convertible.
bodies. Like in number 2 was the
Strikingly
worst. Stay tuned
familiar.
for danger. The convertible looks
Deirdre's
familiar. That's... okay.
Rust be gone. Now that's handy. Never know when a bit of stubborn iron oxide will get in the way of investigating.
We're just gonna still that? Okay. Alright, well, at least Nancy's personality hasn't
Hiking the
changed.
Patagonian Highlands, Outback Safari, Survival Guide for the Rainforest of Myanmar. The Perrys have a real taste for adventure. Hiking the Patagonian Highlands.
Alright, let's talk to May. Oops. Ugh.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah?
Do you mind if I look around the house?
Oh, you're so weird. I'm done talking, okay?
You never started talking.
Hi.
I'm done talking, okay?
And the suspects are just as shitty as they always have been. How do I save? Shitty suspects. Alright. I guess I investigated
Are you
Deirdre.
ready to leave yet? We don't have all day.
Oh, I guess I'm not ready. Talk to Tegan, talk to Judge Danforth. Well, what am I supposed to do? Can we just, maybe we just leave? Maybe we just go, bye, sucker.
Ned. Hi.
Nan, how have you been? Thanks for finally picking up.
Sorry. I've been on a flight.
Busy on another case, huh? You know, you should really enjoy yourself more, Nance. Life's too short to be working all the time.
This isn't work for me. It's fun. Besides, crime doesn't take a vacation. Speaking of which, how's yours?
Ned, come on.
Yeah, 1 second.
Sounds like you are having fun.
You know, standard fare. Nothing too crazy. I miss you, Nance.
I miss you,
Hey, give it back.
too.
Nancy, I'll call you later.
Call you later, Nancy.
Well, that was...
Oh, hell no. How do I call your little ass back? Oh, wow, this is a lot of people. Oh, wait, that's my dad. Oh, no.
I was just thinking about you. How's the investigation going? Any new leads?
Hey, Dad. I feel like I'm making headway.
Leaving no stone unturned? Things aren't always what they seem.
Yeah, I know that, Dad. I'm meticulous as always.
Atta girl. Unfortunately, your good old dad has some cases of his own that require his attention. But keep me updated on your progress.
Will do. Talk to you later. Love you.
Love you too, kiddo. Bye.
Hello, you've reached the voicemail inbox of Ned Nickerson.
Oh.
I apologize that I did not come to the phone in a
no.
timely fashion. Please feel free to leave a message after the beep.
He is so getting broken up with. Oh, God.
A leopard print lighter. Why here? Better hang on to this. Aww.
Ah, Jesus. Give me some space, Deirdre. She's scaring me. Alright, I'll get in your... Ooh, she's like Slender Man. Or, I don't know. She's just creeping me out. What's going on over here? Krusty Krab is unfair. Mr. Krabs is in there. Standing at the concession, plotting his oppression. I think that's the lines.
Visitors! By now you know the story of the witches of Salem. Those poor souls were caught in a time of fear and greed, and they paid the price. They may have died, but witchcraft lives on in Salem.
Oh, this should be interesting.
The world would have you believe witches were not people. I'm not talking about old, ugly women who curse their neighbors and fly on
She's just
roofs.
staring at me. Look at the other people listening. There you go.
Witches are real. They have always been real. They are alive and well. They are powerful, carrying the secrets of the world beyond the one we see. Ritual, mystery, magic. Most exist now only in secret, and they may be standing among you even now. It is said that in Salem, a coven of witches settled in recent years, set on revenge for the deaths of the Salem witches. Their ritual, one midnight on Halloween, unleashed the angry spirits of the past.
So cool.
Oh, well, that's suspicious.
Thank you. Now, if any of you are interested in the real history of the witches of Salem, I provide self-guided tours through some of my favorite locations in town. And perhaps you too will see one of the restless
I was told to avoid the tours, I think.
Austria used the same kind of stage magic she's using.
Thief? There was a thief? What were you doing there?
Visiting a spooky old castle. You'd have liked it.
Do you regularly fly to Europe for investigations?
Sometimes.
And if you want to learn about being a witch, come forward. Uh-oh, here comes trouble.
You just said if I want to be a witch.
Well, nothing too bad, I hope.
Did you know that in the Malleus Maleficarum, ginger hair was the sign of a witch? You're my kind of people.
I'm not nearly as talented as you are.
Aw, shucks. You're making me blush. Oh, there it is. Now I'm turning red. You truly are a witch.
So to become a witch, do I need to take a test or get a diploma?
A true witch
Get
is
a
not made
diploma.
with pieces of paper. She is born to it and will feel the call. Bureaucracy is for persecutors. We don't need permission. We don't live by the rules. Anyway, what can I help you with?
Oh.
How did you perform that trick?
A witch never reveals her secrets. It's against the witch code.
A code? I thought bureaucracy and rules were for persecutors.
Although, if you take my self-guided tour, I promise you will learn at least one secret about being a witch.
How often do you do this show?
Most nights. It gets busier around Halloween. And I'm sure you can figure out why.
How about the night that the Hathorn house was burned?
You look a little young to be working for the police, dear.
Oh no, it's nothing like that. We're just curious tourists.
Good. Because I've already spoken with them.
And so, you were here.
I was out of town. Did you girls know that Salem is haunted? There's a ghost here. If you go on my tour, you'll learn where you can find it.
Have you lived in Salem for long?
Born and raised.
So you know the Perrys?
Of course. Not well. If you were looking for them, Tegan is at the museum. She works there.
Not well. We're staying with Tegan. I figured there was some history between you two.
That was a long time back. We don't talk much now.
And May?
Yes, I know her too. Not spoken to her for a long time either.
But you've heard the rumors about her.
a troubled girl. And sometimes such girls get blamed for things that were not their... I don't think she burned down the Hathorn house, if that's what you're trying to get at. People with mundane minds look for mundane explanations.
Do you really believe some modern witch coven unleashed ghosts on Salem?
About 8 years back, there were rumors of a coven. That they performed a ritual to return the dead witches to Salem to seek out their revenge before the witches moved on.
Is there any evidence of such a coven?
Ever since then, ghost sightings have gone through the roof. Salem is now considered the most haunted place in the country.
Interesting.
You think it's a coincidence that the former home of the Hathorns was set on fire?
How else could the fire have started?
I heard there was not a single living soul in the house when it started burning. Keyword, living. The world is composed of 2 equal parts, dark and light. The light we see every day. It's the trees, the people, the birds. It's our world. You can even see it at night. The dark is the unknown. A plane of existence that vibrates just underneath the light. But if you were in a place like Salem, a place where a painful history permeates every surface, every crack, every brick, and every tomb, the dark will appear. Usually when you least expect it. That's why they say, don't be out past midnight in Salem, because the dark may reach out and take you. Also, did you know that Salem has more ghost sightings than any other city in North America? If you want to learn why, you should go on my tour.
Talk to you
She
later.
is really pushing those tours.
Huh.
Fire at Hathorn House. We all know certain renegades in this town know something or two about fire.
May Perry. You don't think she'd do it again, do you? She was so young.
Wouldn't surprise me. Creeping around back alleys with her hood head down? Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Well, with her history, she's bound to already be in the sights of the neighborhood watch. So we'll find out soon enough.
My thoughts exactly.
Ugh. Excuse me, move your head, please. Roger Conant. He's the first settler of Salem. He lived a long time for being back in the day. It was a means through grace assisting me to stop the flight of those who that then were here with me, and that by my utter denial to go away with them, who would have gone either for England or mostly for Virginia. What does any of that mean?
The museum is over there, across the square. That's where we can get the Real Witches tour tickets. The judge's office is in that building. If we want to go see him first, dive into the case, I think we should head right for the judge. What do you think?
Maybe check out the witch tour? Something might pop out at us.
Ugh, are you serious?
I think witches are kind of cool. And you never know what you'll learn. Come on.
What is with you?
We're doing a witch tour. So there's the museum.
Let's visit the cemetery. I want a picture of Little Liberty.
It'll be more useful to explore the graveyard with a tour guide. It'll be more useful.
Well, how do I do the tour? What is this?
It's locked.
What does the green on my phone mean? Is this May? Because May was blonde. Opposite side of town. Yeah, we're literally right in front of it right now. Tegan.
The carefully researched genealogy of several accused witches. Their names weren't fully cleared until 2001. Done. This looks great. Now to find a nice place to put it.
We have a random pumpkin.
Hey, sorry about the mess. We're in the middle of installing a big showcase. So what have you seen in town so far?
We decided to do the Real Witches tour.
Oh, you talked to Olivia.
What's with her getup? Witch? Street magician, maybe?
Everyone has to make a living. Is she telling the story about a coven living here in the recent past?
Yeah. Why?
Just bad taste.
Olivia is quite the local character. I hope you don't mind if we do the tour. I want to see more of the town, and finding out a place's old superstitions is kind of a habit I've gotten into. I'm excited to look around the museum.
Of course. How's the investigating going? Any progress with May?
I've got some leads. I haven't had much progress with May, though. I was wondering if I could ask you a couple of questions, if you have time.
Sure thing. How can I help?
So what's the deal with these pumpkins?
Oh, yeah. I've prepared some pumpkins that visitors can carve and bring with them to place around Salem. Feel free to give it a try if you want. It's really fun and completely free.
What's this new showcase about?
Yes, this new showcase is going to be really cool. Just in time for Halloween, you know?
But what is it about?
If you come back on Halloween, I'll show you.
Do you have any more information about the Salem witch trials?
Did the exhibitions manage to spark your interest?
They did. I found this display showing the ancestry of the accused, but it didn't seem fully complete. I was wondering if you had more information stored here somewhere.
Well, we do have the upper floor, which is also where I keep most of my accused witches' stuff.
Would it be okay for me to go up there? I'd really like getting a better picture of the history of Salem.
Usually we don't allow people up on the second floor. It's restricted. But maybe just this once I can make an exception.
Let's go up there and start a fire, Nancy.
So if you think it would benefit you, feel free to go up there.
Thank you.
I'll open the door for you. It's actually really cool. The stairs are hidden behind a bookcase. Hold on.
Professor Hotchkiss. Oh, that's cute. Roger Conant, so that's the person that was outside, right? Founded Salem in 1626 as a colonial town, which was first called Namcake, for the settlement's location at the mouth of the Namcake River. Settlers wanted to call it Salem, inspired by the Hebrew word for peace. Despite the peaceful beginnings as a settlement of immigrants, Salem is best remembered for the witch trials of the 17th century, the deadliest witch hunt in American history. England had their own witch trials also in the 17th century and had passed a Witchcraft Act, making it the law to put anyone who practiced witchcraft to be put to death. The settlers knew about the dangers of witchcraft through their own histories, but history still repeated itself. From 1692 until 1693, over 200 were accused. The Court of Oyer and Terminer were established by Governor William Phipps to interrogate those accused of the work of the devil, witchcraft. Phipps and his active deputy governor, Thomas Danforth, both men of position and wealth, appointed judges to preside over the trials. One of the harshest judges on the accused was the rich and powerful magistrate Judge John Hathorne. Hathorne's examinations and interrogations relied on spectral evidence, and it had been noted in history that he often judged with an assumption of guilt. Many believe the accusers often gained in wealth and land rights from their accusations and sentencing that was solely based only on spectral evidence. After the dark period of the trials, laws were changed and Salem's shipping and merchant economy grew. The settlement became a place of assembly for officials during the War of Independence. Many luminaries hailed from Salem, including noted author Nathaniel Hawthorne, born in 1804.
Sad that even children are named in the list of those accused witches, like Abigail Johnson, just 11.
Wow, that is sad. Wait, how long have I been able to turn the pages? Oh, I think this is the first time. Hold on. Do we want to read about an 11-year-old girl? So she's been raised by her mother and grandmother. Her dad was dead. Her grandfather was an early critic of the trials. So there were more children accused. The family of Abigail Johnson, who were accused of witchcraft, included her brother and her older sister. "20 people executed, over 200 accused of witchcraft. Elizabeth Parris, age 9, Abigail Williams, age 11, claimed to be possessed by the devil, blamed local witches for their actions. Ironically, the first accusers were children. Their accusations became the spark that led to young children even younger than Abigail Johnson to be added to the growing list of the accused. They endured pain while kept in witch jails. The youngest child in the trials was only 4 years old. She had to spend 8 months in a prison dungeon. So Dorothy, the trials ended, she lived, but her mother was executed. Wow. I know we kind of skimmed that, but...
Everything you could ever want to know about Salem's history, from the Namkiag people to the Great Salem Fire of 1914.
I'm never gonna get used to her being there like that, creeping me out.
Let's see.
There's these candles everywhere, and I'm worried we're gonna have to come back through and light them all. And I'd rather use them now while we can. Like, while we're seeing them, I mean. How do I get back in there?
Closed off. Looks like they're preparing a new installation.
We up the spiral staircase.
originals? These books must be hundreds of years old. No wonder they're restricted. I hope their information is still open to the public, at least.
The AW sign is suspected to be created by bootleggers during the Prohibition. So the root beer. The criminals used the sign of the AW stating it stood for another way, cleverly thinking that those opposing strong drinks would believe AW signs to be proclaiming and meaning to choose another way for lifestyle, to choose to turn away from the use of spirits. While some believed that to be a good message to turn users to another way of life, it was in reality only a cover. To smugglers and gangsters, the AW sign was code for another way out. The AWs were carved in trees? Really? That's the second mistake. Definitely not as polished. They were carved into trees and were hidden markings used as a sign that marked the path that led the way to the hidden tunnels underground so they could smuggle their goods out. The directional signs, according to tales, led to secret underground passages to smuggle the illegal goods to gangsters and gain wealth off the illegal beverage. Bootleggers' old inscription AW marked the way to underground tunnels that helped to transport beverages and goods under the nose of the law. I wonder if it's messed up in the show text. Or carved. It's right here.
Someone's a busy bee. Old court protocols, ancestry records. Tegan is really digging deep into the witch trials.
AW notes. People that were accused. Scarlet Letter, Samuel Paris Perry. Those were highlighted. I feel like I would normally be reading these, but I don't know if you guys are one, I don't want to read for like an hour straight. Yeah, so Reverend Samuel Paris, they changed their name to Perry. Okay, so that's the relation.
Well, we have the tickets. Let's go see the lame witch of Salem. Oops, I mean real witch.
Okay. Oops. How many times may I do that? Oh.
The figure of a Puritan woman accused of being a witch. These were ordinary people, just like anyone else.
Huh. Darn it, I just want to leave. Help me, Deirdre, I'm stuck.
That group is really chanting up a storm. What has them so angry? That group is really
Now this accused witches group shows up from out of nowhere and thinks they're entitled to the Hathorn property.
Didn't they find proof for their claim? It's only fair.
How far back do these reparations have to go? It's been hundreds of years. Nobody owes these loudmouths squat. It's a bid for attention and money.
Must every response be outrage? I miss the peace and quiet.
Sorry, you guys. Clicking the edges to move, I keep accidentally clicking out of like
Ooh,
the screen, and it's cutting the sound. How do I take the witch tour?
A specter may be hanging over Salem, but that doesn't keep the town from getting into the Halloween spirit.
Uh-oh, here comes trouble.
Talk to you. That group is really chanting up. Judge's office to the right.
Hey, what are you doing?
He's a judge, Deirdre. He's not gonna bite. Hello? Judge Danforth.
Yeah, hello. Ted? Is that you?
Ted?
No, Your Honor. My name is Nancy Drew. I think you've spoken with my father.
Nancy Drew? Carson's daughter?
Yes, and I'm with my friend Deirdre Shannon. We're investigating the arson of the Hathorn house.
Ah, yes, yes.
Can we come in?
Well, you see, no, I mean, I'd let you in, but I seem to have been locked in my office and I need some help getting out.
What? Just go over there and unlock it.
I was hoping we could talk about the Hathorn house case.
Yes, it's a terrible tragedy for our town, but let's table that discussion for later, okay? I'd like to get out of my office first.
I wanted to talk to you about the Book of Apologies. You know, the book in Austria. At the Mosam Castle.
Yes, Nancy, I would love to talk about it, but I would really love if we could do it in person, face to face, as opposed to through this door.
Okay, you useless piece of crap.
Find a key to your office?
Yes, I believe I gave a copy of the key to Alicia Cole as backup. She's just down the hall. I hope she's still here.
You don't have a phone in your office and you can call at the reception desk and ask for the key? Because I know you do.
Yes, can I help you?
Hi. So sorry to bother you at this hour, but we're here to meet with Judge Danforth, and he seems to be locked inside his office.
He said you might have a key.
Sorry, I gave him my spare. Unbelievable. Does this ever end?
Oh. Well then, do you have a paperclip?
Yeah. And if you don't mind me asking, what business do you two have with the judge?
We're helping the judge with a case.
Anything I can assist you with?
Thanks, but I think we got it. No need for a lawyer. At least, not yet.
The diploma gave me away, huh?
Aside from the cold coffee you're still drinking and the deluxe open box of sticky tabs, yeah, you could say I know the type really well.
Nancy Drew, you really are your father's daughter. It's nice to finally meet you.
You know my dad?
Small world. If you need any assistance or more paper clips, feel free to ask.
Oh, that's my phone, not her.
Hello? Judge Danforth. I'll come. Judge Danforth? I couldn't find your key.
What? Alicia said she'd keep a copy for me.
Well, I did find a paperclip. I think I can pick your lock, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, sure, fine.
This shouldn't be too much of a challenge.
What do I do? I think this line, yeah. Nope. So this one first, put the line here. Got it. Although I might have gone too fast. Yay.
Still got it.
Efficient. How'd you learn to do that, actually?
Online video tutorial.
Someday you have to tell me about your secret life of breaking and entering, Drew. Because you're in danger of being cool. Which, honestly, I just don't like.
Someday.
Look at this useless mayor. You tell me that the door doesn't unlock on this side. I don't believe that for a minute, do you?
Ah, those protesters are out there again, stirring the pot. You know, this town used to be a quiet place. It seems lately there's been an element that has infiltrated our community. I have no doubt one of those troublemakers locked my door and threw away the key. Now, Nancy, your father and I have discussed.
Oh, sorry. I'm not Nancy.
Of course you're not. You look nothing like Carson. Did your father ever tell you about the time we won 4th place at the Lake Winnipesaukee Regatta? You see, at the time I had 20/10 vision, so I was the navigator and...
Judge, this is Deirdre Shannon. She's working with me on the case.
Deirdre, you're the one who tried to break down my door.
Breakdown?
Your Honor, that's an exaggeration. I was knocking. Heavily.
Look, I'm really busy, dealing with this Hathorn House business. Being a judge is not as simple as, you know, investigating during your free time.
Well, we just used our free time to unlock your door. So I'm sure you'll be willing to repay us with some answers to our questions. Right?
Yes, of course. What can I help you girls with?
Can you explain to us how you're involved with the Hathorn House?
Well, yes. The house was built by Judge John Hathorn during the 1600s, and it represented the oldest surviving structure from that era. Judge Hathorn, of course, was one of the 3 judges that presided over the Salem witch trials.
Yes, and I'm sure we can read all about the home's history in Salem's museum.
More recently, Frances Tuttle, Judge Hathorn's last direct descendant, lived in a small section of the house while the rest was left to fall into considerable disrepair. She was alone, except for a part-time caregiver, Lauren Holt, who had a bedroom in the carriage house. A few months ago, Frances Tuttle passed away, which left Hathorn House without a legal heir. According to the historical statutes of Salem, after 90 days, the house reverts to public property, the deadline of which is 2 days from now, at midnight.
So, How did Frances Tuttle pass away exactly?
The woman was 88 years old. The coroner confirmed her death was of natural causes.
So they never investigated Lauren Holt.
You need the suspicion of foul play to investigate someone, young lady.
We'd like to speak with her all the same.
She still lives on the estate, although for how much longer we do not know. You can also find her in her shop, Luminous Infusions. She might be willing to talk to you.
I was told that the burning of Hathorn House is suspected to be a case of arson. How did the police come to that conclusion?
The investigation found paint solvent residue on burnt embers, suggesting someone deliberately used an accelerant. Thankfully, Mrs. Tuttle never had to see what became of her home.
And what evidence do you have that May Perry is the one responsible for this?
Evidence? Have you ever heard of recidivism? 3 out of 4 criminals in the United States are repeat offenders. And there's only one person in all of Salem who has a history of fire-related crime.
So, there is no evidence?
Not yet, but there will be.
You don't need evidence. She's already been convicted in the court of public opinion.
Is that what she said?
No, I'm saying it.
She has a history with this sort of thing.
What's May's motive? What does she gain by burning down the Hathorn house?
You'd have to ask her, and while you're at it, you can ask about her alibi, which she refused to give to the police. So, any other questions?
So the Book of Apologies. Why did you really need it?
Yes, and first of all, I'm so glad you're all right. Nasty business. Had I known you were going to be put in harm's way, I would have never called Carson and asked for his help.
I've done plenty of work for my father. Trust me. I can handle myself.
Yes, I'm sure you can.
So I've already heard some stories, but would you mind giving me your version of why the book is important?
Yes, so Judge Sewell was rumored to keep a ledger of all the accused, intending to publish it to reconcile with their families and clear their names. But he passed away before he could do so.
Going to Austria for a rumored book seems like a heck of a long shot.
Well, I have been under some pressure from the AW group. AW as in accused witches.
Don't you think it's dangerous throwing around May's name as a suspect before any evidence links her to the crime?
What do you mean? What are you saying?
I'm saying hurry it up because I'm making me tired and making me have to stretch.
I just, as a judge, I think you would be the first to admit that sounds prejudicial.
It is not just me, Miss Drew. There are plenty of people who believe that May is responsible for this crime. It is not prejudice when she is the only likely suspect.
Actually, that is the definition of prejudice.
I'm not going to have this debate with you. Is there anything else?
I guess not then.
Talk to you later.
Miss Drew, before you go, there is something else I need your help with.
You're not locked out of your car, are you?
Oh, no. There was an incident here recently. Someone broke into the evidence room.
Oh. Have you called the police?
Well, no, not yet. I don't think anything was taken. Never mind. I'll call the police. Thank you for your time.
I wonder what they took that's now missing.
That group is really chanting up a storm.
So, how did your meeting go with the judge?
Informative. He's not telling us everything.
Don't worry. Come back tomorrow. He'll be in a better mood then.
Okay. Darn it. See, I did it again.
It's locked. It's locked. It'll be more useful. Darn, missed the opening hours.
What time is it? I don't know. Well, this is a dude to go on the witch tour, but...
Uh-oh, here comes trouble.
Talk to you later.
Maybe it's too late for those also. I like the leaves on the ground. They just boop.
Hi. So, we met this interesting woman named Olivia.
We all know about Olivia and her magic.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Good for you.
We saw Tegan at the museum. Looks like she's working on an interesting installation.
Why don't you ask her?
Well, I thought you might have an opinion, or...
I don't. Can you just leave her out of this? I don't want her being involved with my problems. I'm done talking, okay?
Okay, well, we're gonna go take a nappy poo then and see if we can get on that tour. Deidre could... Oh.
Huh.
Tegan's photo.
A good night's rest improves memory retention. But it's too early for bed. Huh?
Well, we have the tickets.
Yeah, so
Let's go see the lame witch of Salem.
Well...
Oops. I mean real witch.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out where. You're not gonna help me anymore, Deidre?
Spectre may be hanging over Salem, but that doesn't keep the town from getting into the Halloween spirit.
Maybe now that we have the ticket, we can just go click on the... I don't think so, but...
It'll be more useful to explore.
How's the investigating going? Any progress with May?
Maybe we need to physically hand it to her. Kinda dumb, but since the game is more, like, realistic. How do I get closer to you?
This tour sounds interesting.
Welcome on my tour.
Thank you.
Found a tablet?
Uh-oh, here comes trouble.
Talk to you later.
I don't get it.
Huh. Talk. Darn, missed the opening hours. Better luck tomorrow.
What is this?
Can't use that here. Can't use that here.
Well, where do I use it at?
Can't use that here.
They just randomly let me in.
W. This is the same marking as in Mosam Castle. What a strange coincidence.
Very, very, very strange.
Bring light into the darkness. A. W.
That's really creepy. Darn it. I hope other people playing this have this issue too, it's not just me. Well, Deirdre, I guess you're right. This is lame. Waste of time. Is that a candle?
Not yet. There are some more things I'd like to look into before I'm done.
Come on, Drew.
Like what? Oh. Look for the raven and place the tablet over spots of interest. Look for the raven. Let the raven be your guide. Well, how long is there a raven here? Wait. Yes. See it?
Before you stands Abigail Hathorne, helping the accused witches escape the grasp of her own brother, Judge Hathorne himself. Abigail Abigail freed many from their holding cells until the judge caught her in the act and locked her up in a cell deep within the Hathorn house. The statue was given the name Little Liberty in honor of her valiant efforts to free the innocent.
Check. Unmarked graves. Judge Hawthorne's grave. Okay, well at least now, it didn't say though to like, at least I don't remember her saying like, go here and right clicky and it'll pull it up. And there's one.
This spot.
Stand before the remains of Salem's most zealous and conniving judge. So lacking in morals was Judge Hathorn that he sentenced innocents to death while claiming the estates of the dead as his own. Unlike the more remorseful Judge Sewell, Hathorn never felt any guilt for his part in the Salem witch trial.
Okay, and then we're looking for unmarked graves. What about this? This is creepy.
These headstones bear names lost to history, but some believe they belong to those sentenced for witchcraft. A condemned witch was forbidden from being buried on consecrated ground, but many victims were buried by loved ones in secrecy, and some may have found their eternal rest beneath these unmarked graves.
Salem sinkholes. Right, that might be everything here in the graveyard. Is a sinkhole this?
The road has completely collapsed into the sinkhole. No wonder they...
Oh there, watch your step. In recent years, these maws into the deep unknown have opened. There was once a vast network of tunnels beneath Salem, used by smugglers during the Prohibition era. Most would have you believe that these tunnels are now collapsing. But you have to wonder, there could be something more sinister behind these sudden maws into the underworld.
Accused Witches Memorial, which I think is in... No, wait, that's the judge's plate. I think is in... Or the Puritan statue. Yeah, there, see?
The Salem Museum, known formerly as the Town Hall, not only a great resource for the Salem witch trial, it also holds records of other interesting facets of our local history. Anyone visiting Salem does well to seek out the forbidden knowledge hidden in these halls.
Accused Witches Memorial and Hathorn House, which we have not seen yet.
That group is really...
The music got, like, serious.
I'll come back later.
Oh. okay.
Can I help you, Cruz?
Talk to you.
What do we want? Justice. When do we want it?
Darn, miss.
Side by side.
Maybe we just go back now? How do you go Nancy? Go fake Nancy away.
Hi.
I'm done talking, okay?
Deirdre's. A good night's rest improves memory retention. But it's too early.
Then what do you want from me, Nancy? It's yellow when I do that.
Ha! Huh?
Oh. Okay, well, I don't know what that did, but... So we can't go to Hathorn House or anything? Guess we must be missing more stuff in the woods. Or the graveyard woods thing over here. I can go. God. Keep looking for ravens. Got that one. Wait. Oh, this is important.
Through these woods lies the infamous Hathorn estate. It was common during the Salem witch trials that the lands of the accused were taken and resold for cheap. The judge himself bought many such lands, and on them built his grand estate. The Hathorn House has since come to represent all the wrongs that were inflicted during the trial.
Not yet. There are some more things I'd like to... Come on.
What are we missing? An accused witch's memorial. Why are we just checking some but not, like, slashing others? Might be... There was a statue in here which I thought got marked off, right? But...
The Salem Museum. Crime...
Yeah, I remember
Town
that.
Hall. Not only a great resource for the Salem witch trials, it also holds records of other intrigues.
The carefully researched genealogy of several... The carefully researched...
Remembering the victims of the Salem witch trials.
It was a time of horror, when the witches who walked the earth were wrongfully prosecuted and thus stripped of everything. These are the ghosts you'll find here in Salem. Their homes taken, their knowledge destroyed, their lives erased.
Okay, I'm officially exhausted. Let's head back to the Perry house, okay?
Okay. Ooh, it's dark.
So, any thoughts?
First album was better.
Yeah, totally. It's good.
Really? You like this?
Why wouldn't I?
Yeah, well, they were much better before they changed their bassist.
I meant the case. What do you think about it?
I don't like the judge.
Yeah, I kinda got that. I think the feeling's mutual.
Well, he's a jerk. Maybe he burned down the Hathorn house. What? You don't think so?
No, I don't think so. The magic is what's concerning me.
That magic that Olivia was using is so similar to what I saw in Austria.
I don't think the Witch of Salem is burning anything except people's hard-earned money. Those magic tricks are for kids.
If May were willing to give an alibi, we could clear this up tonight. She's not talking to anyone, it seems. We are all allowed to enjoy some amount of privacy, but her refusal to be interviewed leads me to believe she is hiding something.
I can't believe you, Drew. I thought you were here to help. You know, not everyone can be as brilliant and cold as you are.
I'm not cold. And I never said I was brilliant either.
Oh
you
Lord,
need to
we're
get
fighting.
May to trust you. If she trusts you, she'll open up and tell you the truth. And then you'll see. You're kind of my last hope to reach her. You're good at finding ways to get people to open up. Usually. So find a way.
I'll try. Hi. Hey, what are you listening to?
You like this?
Yeah, we were listening on the
Oh,
way
you know what
over.
I just noticed? She has a burn under her hair.
Yeah, too bad they changed basis.
Yeah, I know, right? It's just, you don't look like you listen to this music.
Why does no one believe me?
Now you know how I feel.
Can you tell me anything about Olivia Ravencroft? Anything at all?
I can tell you she doesn't get along with my sister.
Really? Why?
I don't know. They had some falling out a while ago. Should ask her.
Do you think Olivia would have any reason to light the Hathorn house on fire?
Let me put it this way. Olivia is what we call in this town part of the witch business. Anything dramatic, spectacular, or with fire, she's usually involved.
So you think she did it?
I didn't say that. I just think it's possible that she could have.
Okay, thanks. Look, I spoke with the judge. They don't have anything on you. All we need is an alibi, and then they can't charge you with anything.
And they're not going to have anything on me. Because he can't prove I did it.
Then why not just give the police an alibi? That's all they need.
I just can't.
But I can't help you or anyone else if I don't know who they are.
I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I can't.
And I'm worried it's about Tegan.
Do you and the judge know each other? Have a history?
The man thinks I'm a bad influence.
Thank God there's subtitles since the
Because
music's so loud.
I used to be friends with his son. His son has had an interesting life, and he thinks it's my fault. He holds a grudge against me.
Really? That sounds surprising.
You live in a small town long enough, people make up their minds about who you are. Doesn't matter if it's true or not. It just is.
Your sister really cares about you.
She has a strange way of showing it sometimes.
Well, she cared enough to get Deirdre and I involved.
I worry about her.
How come?
She takes her work really seriously. Like, she cares. A lot. Like, way more than most normal people do for their passion projects. It's not a hobby, it's more like something she has to do.
Kinda sounds like me.
I hope not. It's like her personal crusade, like only she can make it better or something. You can't live your life like that. You need to enjoy it. Enjoy it with people you love.
Yeah, believe me, I know. I know you don't know me that well, but I'm here to help you.
I didn't burn down the Hathorn house.
Okay. Why does everyone think you did?
It's called prejudice. I look different. Or something like that.
That doesn't seem like a good reason to burn down a building.
What can I say? We're stupid. Can't believe it's gone.
Did you ever visit the estate?
All the time. I appreciated it.
Oh? Why? Because it's historically significant?
It was built by a cold, brutal man who sent a bunch of people to their death because he didn't understand them. I appreciate being reminded of what happens when greedy people stay in charge.
Wait, who is Frances
Do you
Tuttle?
know Frances Tuttle very well?
No. But I know her daughter Lauren has that shop, Luminous Infusions.
You ever been inside?
No, why would I go there?
I was just wondering if you knew her.
I don't. I mean, I know she used to hang with my sister back in the day. But I guess they fell out or something, that's all I know.
Have you ever seen this lighter before?
Wow. I lost this days ago. Where'd you find it?
Outside the front door.
Are you always snooping around?
I have a knack for finding things that other people miss.
Thanks. This means a lot to me.
So she lost it a few days
I'm done
ago,
talking,
and then
okay?
but it was still here on the property. I actually suspect Tegan. Why else would she not give an alibi?
Well?
She's protecting something. Or someone.
Okay, yeah, obvi. But what?
I don't know yet. I'm getting through to her, though. We have to go to the Hathorn house. Tonight.
Tonight? Like, in the dark?
Yeah. Do you have flashlights?
You do remember what I told you about that place, right?
You know what? Better idea. I'll go. You stay here and see if maybe May feels like talking to you.
Be careful out there, Drew.
There's no such thing as ghosts, Deirdre. I'll be fine.
No, not ghosts. People swear there's something in that house. Too many people believe it to not be true. Could be a wild animal or a toxic waste dump, I don't know. Just keep your guard up, okay?
Wow. That was really sweet.
All right, let's not hug or anything. You should check in with Lauren Holt. She still lives up there. Take the keys for my car. It's way too far of a walk all the way there. And remember, things happen after midnight in Salem. Be careful.
Ooh. There she is. Maybe I guess it just looked spooky. candle there too. Oh, I hear stuff. Alright, well, I know that we're probably about 5 minutes early, but I have a feeling that it's about to get juicy. So we're going to leave this one here for now. So, my opinion so far is it's a lot of talking, not a lot of puzzles, but I'm okay with that because I suck at the puzzles anyway. So I'm not minding it so far. The only thing I'm minding is the voice actress. But you guys have to let me know what you think. And as always, I hope that you enjoyed. I appreciate you being a watcher, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye!